Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nashtaprayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 20. Chapter is entitled The Structure of the Universe. Text 34 to 37. So 34, 35, 36, these verses do not have any purport. So I will just read the translation and we will see word to word meaning, translation and purport of text 37. Text 34. Thereafter, beyond the ocean of sweet water and fully surrounding it is a mountain named Lokalok, which divides the countries that are full of sunlight from those not lit by the sun. Unimaginable. But you have to read. Next verse 35. Beyond the ocean of sweet water is a tract of land as broad as the area between the middle of Mount Sumeru and the boundary of Manasotar mountain. In that tract of land there are many living beings. Beyond it, extending to Lokalok mountain, is another land which is made of gold. Because of its golden surface, it reflects light like the surface of a mirror. And any physical article that falls on the land can never be perceived again. All living entities, therefore, have abandoned that golden land. Text 36. Between the lands inhabited by living entities and those that are uninhabited stands the great mountain which separates the two and which is therefore celebrated as Lokalok. Now today's verse 37. So this verse is in prose form, so we'll see directly word to word meaning. Or I can read just once. Sa loka trayante parit iswarena vihito yasmat suryadinam dhruva pavarganam jyotir gananam gabhastayo arvachinams trilokan avitnavana na kadachit prachina bhavitum utsahante tavad unhanayamah. Please repeat. Sa, that mountain. Lokatrayante, at the end of the three lokas. Bhurloka, Bhuarloka and Swarloka. by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, Vihita, created, Yasmat, from which, Surya Adinam, of the sun planet, Dhruva Apavarganam, up to Dhruva Loka and other inferior luminaries, Jyoti Gananam, of all the luminaries, Gabhastaya, the rays, Arvachinan, on this side, Trin, the three, Lokan, planetary systems, Avitanvanaha, spreading throughout, Na, not, Kadachit, at any time, Prachina, beyond the jurisdiction of that mountain, Bhavitum, to be, Utsahante, are able, Tavat, that much, Unnahan, Ayama, the measure of the height of the mountain. Translation: by the supreme will of Krishna, the mountain known as Lokalok has been installed as the outer border of the three worlds, Bhurloka, Bhuarloka and Swarloka. To control the rays of the sun throughout the universe, all the luminaries from the sun up to Dhruva Loka distribute their rays throughout the three worlds, but only within the boundaries formed by this mountain. Because it is extremely high, extending even higher than Dhruva Loka, it blocks the rays of the luminaries, which therefore can never extend beyond it. Please repeat: by the supreme will of Krishna, the mountain known as Loka has been installed as the outer border of the three worlds, Bhurloka, Bhuarloka and Swarloka. To control the rays of the sun throughout the universe, all the luminaries from the sun up to Dhruva Loka distribute their rays throughout the three worlds, but only within the boundary formed by this mountain, because it is extremely high, extending even higher than Dhruva Loka, it blocks the rays of luminaries, which therefore can never extend beyond it. Purport: when we speak of Lokatraya, we refer to the three primary planetary systems, Bhu, Bhuva and Swa, into which the universe is divided. Surrounding these planetary systems are the 8 directions, namely east, west, north, south, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Lokalok mountain has been established as the outer boundary of all the lokas to distribute the rays of the sun and other luminaries equally throughout the universe. This vivid description of how the rays of the sun are distributed throughout the different planetary systems of the universe is very scientific. Sukadeva Goswami described these universal affairs to Maharaj Parikshit as he had heard about them from his predecessors. He explained these facts 5,000 years ago, but the knowledge existed long before, because Sukadeva Goswami received it through disciplic succession. Because this knowledge is accepted through the disciplic succession, it is perfect. The history of modern scientific knowledge, on the contrary, does not go back more than a few hundred years. Therefore, even if modern scientists do not accept the other factual presentations of Srimad Bhagavatam, how can they deny the perfect astronomical calculations that existed long before they could imagine such things. There is so much information to gather from Srimad Bhagavatam. Modern scientists, however, have no information of other planetary systems and indeed are hardly conversant with the planet on which we are now living. So this topic is very difficult for me. Loka mountain, golden land, everything seems unbelievable. Although the description is so fantastic. It's a matter of spiritual vision to perceive this reality, because we know whatever is written in the scriptures are nothing but truth. So we cannot say that the story of Ajamil is correct, we believe, or a story of Bharat Maharaj, just we have read in this 5th canto, or Samudra Manthan Lila, or any other episode from Srimad Bhagavatam, we gladly accept, because we can relate to our life. But when it comes to the description of this universe, Jambu Dweep, ocean of mango juice, ocean of salt water, we can perceive. But ocean of liquor, ocean of ghee, when we hear these descriptions, our intelligence is challenged, our head is challenged. Sometimes our heart is also challenged. How the devotees can behave like this. Especially when Parikshit Maharaj was cursed to die within 7 days by the boa Sringi, Parikshit Maharaj took it as a blessing of the Krishna. But generally, whenever anything happens against our will, immediately we become angry. So we cannot understand how Parikshit Maharaj could tolerate this. Means he was cursed to die and he gladly accepted. In such situation, our heart is challenged. But we know these descriptions are factual. So this description, Loka mountain, Jambu Dweep, an ocean of mango juice, ocean of ghee, liquor, so many detailed descriptions have been given in this 5th canto. It seems only untrue because we try to understand everything through our materially contaminated intelligence. Even in the science also, we accept many things that we cannot conceive. But since we hear it from great authority, so we are forced to believe in those descriptions. When we hear this scientist said, so we blindly accept. We don't ask many questions. We don't go on research. But when it comes to spiritual facts, we doubt. So doubt is very natural for material mind. Just as mind is flickering, mind is restless, it is obstinate. Similarly, material mind has many doubts. It is by nature doubtful, and especially doubtful in a spiritual reality. Because we are in the material world and we have a material mind. But a spiritual reality is uncovered only to those who have transcended this influence of modes of material nature. जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री प्रहलादेश नरसिंह देव भगवान की, श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन कृष्ण बलराम गौर निताई की. So it is not that spiritual reality is not fact, but the thing is we are under the influence of modes of material nature, and that's why we are unable to appreciate or understand the spiritual reality. So the purpose of all the discourses and presentation by great acharyas or anti-material scientists, we can say a spiritual scientist, is to eradicate the doubts, eradicate the misconceptions, which are lying in our heart. But Prabhupada is written in the purport, Sukadeva Goswami, great scientist, he gave this knowledge to Parikshit Maharaj 5,000 years ago, and Parikshit Maharaj accepted this as a fact. Because Parikshit Maharaj accepted the words of Sukadeva Goswami as authority. And Sukadeva Goswami has received this knowledge from his guru, his own father, Vyasdev. Means this spiritual knowledge can only be understood when we humble ourselves to a chain of disciplic succession, to a bona fide chain of disciplic succession. Otherwise, many non-bona fide, they also say, we have also chain of disciplic succession. But their so-called disciplic succession is not bona fide. Because the creator of this universe, the Supreme Lord, is the highest authority. His words are the most authoritative words. So when Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita, yes, there is material nature, there is spiritual nature. This material world is comprises of Bhumira apanal vayu kham mano buddhirevacha ahankar ityam me bhinna prakriti ashtadha. And beyond this aparayam itastwanyam prakritim viddhi me param jiva bhut mahabaho yedam dharyate jagat. So yes, this much we can understand. Yes, soul. Because we can see there is a dead body, living body, there is absence of something, there is no consciousness. So we can understand, yes, there is soul. There is life after death. This also we can comprehend. But these descriptions, this description of Jambu Deep and ocean of mangoes is completely bewildering. Or golden mountain, golden surface, anything is falling on the surface, it becomes completely disappeared. Some scientists who went to moon planet, I don't know whether it is a fact, but we have heard, they were telling there are many UFO, means unidentified flying objects or foreign objects, and some other aliens they have discovered, but they don't tell it publicly because they don't want to create confusion and fear in the heart of common people. Means they also do not present the truth in totality. They also hide the truth and they present as they are being directed by their Param Mahajan. Similarly, spiritual truth is also not revealed to everybody in totality. Just as Jesus Christ said, I cannot tell you the truth because you cannot understand. Means I want to tell you, but since you are not capable, there are much more to know. Means according to the capacity of the audience to digest the truth, the absolute truth is revealed. But here we see in Srimad Bhagavatam the complete description, because the audience, Parikshit Maharaj or the audience of Srimad Bhagavad Gita Arjun, they are most elevated person. The jnanam teham sabhijnanam idam vaksham asesata. Krishna says, I will instruct you the complete knowledge by knowing that nothing shall further be known, remain to be known. Means Krishna gave the complete knowledge. And here in Srimad Bhagavatam also, Prabhupada writes in first canto, that this Srimad Bhagavatam is encyclopedia of spiritual wisdom. This is complete knowledge. Anyone who has this Srimad Bhagavatam, he do not have to approach any other scriptures. So it's a matter of faith. And this faith is instilled in the heart of practitioner by mercy of our Guru Parampara. Even on this planet, there are some countries where the life span expectancy is 32 years. Does anybody know which country? It seems impossible. Only 32 years. Means 90 to 95% people used to live for only 32 years. In southern part of Africa, there is one country that is called Botswana. Yeah. There people only live for 32 years. So it may be unbelievable for an audience who used to live for 70 years, especially European and American countries where the people used to live for 75, their average lifespan. And in Japan, in other countries, the average lifespan is 83, 85, like that. And in India, 65. So 32, it seems impossible. How someone can live only for 32 years? But people are living there. Similarly, when we hear the lifespan of Brahma, 311 trillion years, 40 billion years. But it is a fact. Brahma lives for such a long duration of life. So what appears to be imaginary to the material mind is actually a fact from the spiritual point of view. But the problem is, our modern scientists, they are only accepting what they can see or what they can perceive. Anand Prabhu, can you show this one image? So here there is one image, so two people are perceiving in two different ways. One is saying it is 4. You can see on your left side. And right side, one is saying no, it is 3. And both are right. But say optical illusion. Similarly, there are many things which seem to be contradictory to our mind. But that is not contradictory. From a spiritual point of view, it is fact. Even great scientist Newton, when he wrote in his autobiography, Principia, when he was discovering this great branch of mathematics, calculus, I am sitting on this shore and my knowledge is just like a drop of an ocean. Actually, the knowledge is like vast ocean. What I know is just a drop of ocean. Means much more has to be yet to be known, undiscovered. But scriptures are telling, what is the verse? Sarvam evam vigyatam bhavanti. Jasmin vigyate sarvam evam vigyatam bhavanti. By knowing this knowledge, means spiritual knowledge, you know everything. So this is the speciality of spiritual wisdom. But this spiritual wisdom is locked in the heart of acharyas, in the heart of great spiritual scientists like Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, and Srimad Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and great devotees of the Supreme Lord. When they favor someone, then only one is able to access those knowledge. That's why there is need of humble approach to the spiritual master. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadyakshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darsina. Those who have seen the truth, when they are happy and satisfied with the service rendered by the disciple, then the truth is imparted, the truth is revealed. Otherwise, through our intelligence, our caliber, we cannot understand spiritual reality. In material field, we may understand. Means material intelligence fails to understand the spiritual reality. The problem with the scientists, they are very intelligent, but they don't humble themselves. They are not honest. They are perceiving various phenomenal, wonderful event, wonderful phenomena in this material world. But instead of accepting God in the control, they flatly deny God and they say it has appeared by chance, or maybe in the future will figure out what is the real cause of this. The Prabhupada says they are giving post-dated blank check, post-dated check. In the future we will discover what is the origin of universe, what is the origin of life. So in today's time there are 24 theories they have given for origin of universe. Means there are 24 ways of proving the single fact. So what is the origin of universe? Just like if someone asks what is the capital of India, so we are getting 24 answers. Someone is telling Mumbai, someone is telling Calcutta, Madras, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Ujjain. That means nobody knows. Similarly, but if you ask anyone, a spiritual candidate, they will say God is the cause of all causes. Iswara Param Krishna Sachidanand Vigraha Nadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karan Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself saying, the highest authority, he is telling, Aham Sarvasva Prabhavo, Matta Sarvam Pravartate, Iti Matava Bhajante Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvita. Those who are wise, they know I am the source of everything, everything has emanated from me, so that's why they accept me and they worship me with their full heart. But for scientists, it's very difficult to surrender. So sometimes Prabhupada said, even child can chant Hare Krishna, child can understand. We can see this thing in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, 2nd chapter, text 2nd. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is telling how essential it is to have the mercy of Srimad Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or his devotees to understand the glories of the Supreme Lord. Adi Lila, 2nd chapter, text 2nd. Okay, first, go to the first text. Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Bande Balo Api Jad Anugrahat Tarena Nana Mat Graha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram. There are so many Siddhanta conclusions, philosophies, Balopi Jad Anugrahat. Balopi means even an ignorant child. But the thing is Anugrahat. If he is favored by, if he has received this mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he can tarena, he can cross over all these confusing philosophies and conclusions, and he can understand the Supreme Lord. The translation is, I offer my obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even an ignorant child can swim across the ocean of conclusions about the ultimate truth, which is full of the crocodiles of various theories. Means different theories are like crocodiles, they will engulf those who try to swim in this ocean of different conclusions, and they cannot come out from any right conclusion. Purport: by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even an inexperienced boy with no educational culture can be saved from the ocean of nations, which is full of various types of philosophical doctrines that are like dangerous aquatic animals. The philosophy of the Buddha, the argumentative presentations of the Jnanis, the yoga systems of Patanjali and Gautam, and the systems of philosophers like Kanad, Kapila, and Dattatreya are dangerous creatures in the ocean of nations. By the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can have real understanding of the essence of knowledge by avoiding these sectarian views and accepting the lotus feet of Krishna as the ultimate goal of life. Let us all worship Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for his gracious mercy to the conditioned souls. So here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is emphasizing on the receiving the mercy of Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Lord himself said, Guru more murkh dekhi karila sasan. When he encountered with Prakasanand Saraswati, so Prakasanand Saraswati Thakur, not Thakur, he was just a Mayavadi sannyasi. He was saying, okay, it's fine. You chant Hare Krishna, you dance in ecstasy, it's good. But why don't you read Vedanta? What is the fault in studying scripture, Vedanta? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I am a fool, my Guru considered me as a fool. He said, you have no right to read scriptures, and especially this Vedanta Sutra. He instructed me to just chant Hare Krishna. And when I started chanting, so I experienced this great emotion. And I am happy and satisfied with this. So in this present Yuga, Kali Yuga, when people are misguided, they are lazy for spiritual progress, so we cannot understand many doctrines and philosophies. And moreover, even if we try to understand, we will be confused, we will be misled. So best way to save our time and energy is to take guidance from a person who is in that chain of disciplic succession, or from a spiritual, bona fide spiritual master. And in this way we can understand the spiritual truth, which is otherwise always confusing, unbelievable, untrue. But the fact is, we have to humbly accept. And humility is our austerity. Because we don't want to accept anyone's authority in our life. But in the association of devotees, it becomes easier to practice humility, surrender, and all these virtues. And hopefully one day, when we develop these qualities genuinely, then we will understand this spiritual fact. And we surrender to the Supreme Lord, and we can make our life perfect. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Sachidanand Bhakti Vinod Thakur has sung one song in this regard, ki how our knowledge, our pious activities, these all fail to understand the Supreme Lord. So we'll just sing this song and I will end the class. Please open that file. Bhavarnave. It's open? Okay. First. Okay, time is. Bhavarnave pade more akula paran. Okay, so the I cannot read. Okay. So the translation of that song. Come down, yes. Having fallen into this vast ocean of material existence, my heart has become extremely worried. I cannot even find a clue of the means to get some help. I have no strength from fruitive activities or speculative knowledge, nor do I have any help from virtues created by sacrifices, yoga practice, or austerities. I am extremely feeble and I do not know how to swim. Who will rescue me from this dreadful calamity? I see the horrible alligator. Alligator means crocodile. Jai Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan Krishna Balram Gaur Nitai ki. Sri Praladesh Narsimdev Bhagwan ki. Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki. I am extremely feeble and I do not know how to swim. Who will rescue me from this dreadful calamity? I see the horrible alligator of sense gratification present before me. The waves of lust are constantly agitating and provoking me. I can no longer cope with all the urges that are pushing me like a raging wind. From my previous births, I simply weep with an agitated mind, for I do not see any rescuer in sight. O most revered Janma Devi, please show mercy to this servant today. by virtue of your own good qualities and kindly relieve all of his afflictions. By taking the shelter of the boat of your lotus feet, I will certainly be able to cross over this vast ocean of material existence. You are the very pleasure potency of Lord Nityananda, and you are the spiritual master of devotion to Lord Krishna. Kindly bestow upon this servant the wish fulfilling desire tree of your lotus feet. I need laptop. Can you put laptop here?